Listening to this podcast right now! Do you want to hear a fucking podcast about anything and everything? Yeah. Like movies, music, television, and more?
Oh my god.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Yes.
Subscribe to Journey into Comics Network, and you get Podcastrophe, hosted by me,
Yes.
Dick. Why not throw a couple bucks to the Patreon? It's your choice. Yeah. This is a Podcastrophe.
That sounds so awesome.
The following
is
a Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
It's a Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Network.
Production.
Hello all, and welcome to another week of Adulting Ain't Easy, the show where we decide that everything is better when you stay at your parents' house. It's Liz, your co-host, and I'm joined as per usual with Andrew John. Hello, dear.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
From our couch.
From our couch, in our jammies, and in our old people outfits. Old people jammies.
Well, I'm not... I went to Menards in this, but I am under an old person blanket. Mm-hmm. It's a wool blanket with like the frilly edges that you see like in every old person's house because it came with our comforter, and it's comfy because it's chilly out. And I had a hard day. I didn't really have a hard day.
Boo-hoo!
I worked from home today because this is Thanksgiving week as you're listening to this, and a lot of people take this week off because typically you end up with like the end of the week off, so people just take Thursday, Friday, or they take Wednesday, Tuesday, all the days off. Mm-hmm. And I was in the office on Monday, and there was like 4 people there. I'm like, why am I... There's anyone who I would need to ask questions for is not here, so why am I in the office? So I worked from home, like in the afternoon on Monday, and then all day today. Mm-hmm. It's good because I was able to kind of play with my normal working hours, and I got some work done outside. Got all the leaves kind of raked up. I did like probably the last mow of the season. And yeah, so... And then Liz... as a teacher, had to go to school today.
Yep, but we're off tomorrow.
We are both off tomorrow, which will be nice. Mm-hmm. I bought Bloody Mary mix to celebrate.
Except I don't like Bloody Marys.
That's fine. You can have coffee.
So I don't get to partake in the fun. Andrew was only thinking about number one.
Oh, I should have got Bailey's, shouldn't I have?
Maybe.
Well, hindsight's 20/20.
Well, anyways, since Thanksgiving is in 2 days, we thought we would talk about the holidays and what happens when you're an adult.
Yes. Because as we're recording this, day is Tuesday, so Thanksgiving is 2 days away.
And we've already celebrated it once already.
We did. We had our first Friendsgiving since I think we really haven't done Friendsgiving before.
No, it's just for the fact that I don't know, we just never really... I don't think anyone was very good at cooking before this year.
Right. And, like, most of our friends weren't the Thanksgiving hosty people because they mostly ate out or made small things.
Or it just kind of comes up quickly because a lot of our friends have weddings and stuff. So it's like, to find a free weekend with them is very difficult.
Like, there's still a friend of ours that we haven't seen in over a month because his life is too busy. Mm-hmm. Well, you saw him a little more recent than that. I did not because I wasn't there. Mm-hmm. But we'll see him hopefully soon.
Yep.
So that'll be nice. But and we actually, I was a little salty about Friendsgiving for a bit there.
You were.
Because I was like, because it got kind of not bogarted because we didn't make any plans for it.
We were thinking of doing it, but we didn't jump on it quick enough.
And then one of our friends who just got a condo decided, like, oh, we'll host. And I was like, but logistically, it makes more sense. We have a dining room and a kitchen and living space, and you have a 1 or a 2-bedroom condo. Okay. It's like, then can you bring chairs and this? And I'm like, but they're already here. Let's just... Oh, it's fine. I'm like, it just makes sense. But I'm just getting crotchety in my old age.
Yeah, no kidding.
I like things a certain way. And I'm not even 30 yet, so it's all downhill from here. And my face is dry.
Yes. Andrew, I made Andrew do an Aztec clay mud mask, and now he's all confused.
I'm all dry. Because that's what you do when you're an almost married person, is your future spouse wants you to do something, you do it.
Exactly. Just like Thanksgiving.
Just like Thanksgiving.
Like I told you, I'm not going to bake a pie, so you went to go get good pie somewhere.
Baker
Because I
Square.
was like, I'm already making... So, we didn't really have a traditional Friendsgiving because we had no... It was a meatless Thanksgiving.
There's meatballs.
Yeah, but that was an appetizer.
And I'm pretty... Oh,
Our
no, because
main dish was not meat.
it was stuffed shells. Mm-hmm. It wasn't even like lasagna, which you said. It was literally like shells with like ricotta and...
And then we had Thanksgiving stuff like green bean casserole.
Green casserole
rolls
and rolls and... What did Drew and Megan bring?
Scalloped potatoes.
So that's Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. So everything else is just the main dish. I understand no one wants to get a turkey and cut it or do a turkey themselves. It's just a mess.
Yeah.
But I would have been fine with ham. Ham is still Thanksgiving for me.
Not for me.
But I had ham with my workplace Thanksgiving, along with turkey.
Well, and what's interesting about this year is that in the past, so we've been through what, 6 things? This will be our 6th Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but typically we never celebrate it together.
Right, because from year 1 to year 4, yeah, from year 1 to 4, we generally, he would go to his family and I would go to mine.
And then,
But last year, you came to mine because you were traveling around that time and you were like, I just don't want to go anywhere.
right, like I was traveling, I was going to potentially be traveling up until like that Tuesday. I think I didn't get back till Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think I went in like the Monday, Tuesday, or maybe even came back Wednesday. I was like, I'm not going to want to fly. I don't want to fly into Indy to go because then I have to rent a car for personal. I was like, I just want to stop, and like my parents understood and all that stuff. I was like, I'll see you in a month at Christmas. It's not a big deal. So I got to spend Thanksgiving with your family. And that was a whole mess of interesting.
I know. I love Thanksgiving at my house. I'm kind of bummed. Or
It's
it's not at my house. It used to be because we'd have more people show up for Thanksgiving, but as the years have gone on, people live out of state and they don't want to come for our side. So then my Uncle Tony and Dee were like, we have this giant party, let's just make it bigger, come to Thanksgiving dinner, and it's so much fun.
Yeah, because your Thanksgiving is typically, besides like a maybe 6 or 8 people, is mostly people that you see regularly. Mm-hmm. It's not like my Thanksgiving where it's majority of people I don't see that often. It's most of my out-of-town relatives come in. And this year will be different because my grandma, who's in her mid-90s now, is not hosting because she's in her mid-90s and shouldn't be stressing about a gathering. So my dad's hosting, so it'll be at my house, which it's the logistic things, and it's not... My grandma's house is older, it's got the more flowy kitchen, dining room, extra space, but my dad's thrown big parties before. He knows how to feng shui it to make it all work, so it'll be fine. It'll be different. But my grandma will be there, and I haven't seen her since her little episode, so it'll be nice to kind of get back into that, and hopefully everything else will go good.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah,
Gosh.
because you haven't been at a...
I've never been to a Thanksgiving at the poorhouse. I've been Christmas.
Yeah, and the Christmas and Thanksgiving were very similar when they were at my grandma's house. It was very similar layout. I was always stuck at the kids' table.
Mm-hmm. That's the best part.
Especially because the kids' table just got older. It never transitioned. Mm-hmm. And now it looks like there'll never be an adult table anymore because I don't think my grandma's going to host another, so I'll never grow into the adult table, which is a sad realization.
Aw.
But I love that table.
See, what's nice about going to Dee's house is that it's just, they make it one big long table, and there's just kind of like a kid's end, not like a kid's table.
Right.
So that's kind of nice. But, I just love the traditions that we have at Thanksgiving. Like
drinking and yelling. At
like,
me.
moonshine. Apple pie moonshine all day long. It's great.
I don't know. It
love
sounds like
it.
Liz's Thanksgiving is a little more imbibed.
It's fun because more people are drinking and we all live close, so it's like easy to get home and like it's just a good time. We have a good time together and
Not that we don't you don't need alcohol to have fun, but it does help.
it's fun when we play. We've had like times where my mom went and got the glass boot and we played Das Boot with the family. What else have we done? We've played beer pong tournaments with
You have
them
not
on
done
Thanksgiving. What?
We didn't do it last year.
Beer pong tournament? Yes, we did.
No.
Yeah.
Where?
At Tony and Dee's, yes, we did.
Where?
In the room. In the
Basement?
No, in their like little Three Seasons room.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yep, we did beer pong tournament. In the past we've done Flippy Cup and
I don't know.
we've tried to do like other games too. We try to mix it up, but a lot of the times there's usually some crying or drama from
drunk people.
family and drunk people, so
It's like people
it gets really awkward towards the end of the night because then you get some crying and
people just
things
need to
like
learn how to
that.
handle their liquor and not overdo it. Especially when you're a mother of 4.
hey, calm yourself, Andrew.
Okay, sorry. Little salty.
Hey, are we at our 1 year with no, we're not. Just kidding. I don't know why I thought that did another Thanksgiving video before. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, you know what? It might have been foodies that we did at Thanksgiving. I don't remember.
That's possible.
I feel like I've talked about Thanksgiving before, where there's just lots of drama.
I think so. I think we did I think you're on a foodies that was around Thanksgiving. We talked about it. Thanksgiving traditions.
Yeah.
Probably this time last year we probably did something.
My first
Was
time
that the one we watched Get Out?
I think so.
That may have been Thanksgiving.
I
I don't
don't know,
know.
but
Go back and look at the foodies backlog and
Yeah,
let
right?
us know.
That was my first time doing anything like that.
And
I was terrified.
And 1 year later, you host a show.
Woo!
Woo!
Yay.
And I do a lot more. But
You
you'll
can't tell, but I'm eye rolling.
You'll probably be on another foodies here soon, so I think it'll be here.
Maybe. But
Let's be like, it's here, I'm not going to be on it. It's fine.
no, I'll be on it. I'll be a team player for something.
Yeah.
But, I'm kind of sad I'm missing it. I don't know. Even though I see those people a lot, it's just
You just saw most of them last weekend.
I did. But it's just...
And a couple of them today.
I did. You're right.
And on Sunday.
I just like...
You love your family.
My family is so wonderful, and like I just could not see. I don't know. I'm very fortunate.
Everyone likes their family.
I'm fortunate that we all get along, and that we're close, and
There's only a little bit of drama.
yeah, and it's not even the family that's related to me.
Yeah, there still can be drama with your family. It's not as much.
Yeah.
Not as much as some families. But every family has a little drama.
What about I don't know. What should I expect at a poor family Thanksgiving?
I don't know. It really depends on who's there. Because there've been blow-ups before, but that's been years ago. I don't know. It just depends. You cannot expect anything. Because every year's always a little different. Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of consistency.
I see.
And this year will be different, but we're not going into that.
No. It'll just be different.
It'll just be different. And it'll be interesting because this will be like our last holiday that's we're really celebrating, because Christmas will be very much a blur this year.
Even though we're not really celebrating it this year because of the wedding and stuff, I still think Christmas stuff should not be done, put up, listened to, watched until Black Friday. That is give Thanksgiving its time, give fall its time, and then the fourth Friday of November can be when you start talking about Christmas, because there's been people that have been talking about Christmas
since
Halloween, and it drives me crazy because I get excited for Halloween because we get cool couples costumes,
right? Which we talked about,
and then we get to dress up and hang out with our friends and whatever.
Right. I shouldn't see Christmas trees next to Halloween decorations. It just Or should not hear Christmas music the day after. Give Thanksgiving its time. Like, Thanksgiving just gets overlooked because it's not a typical big celebratory holiday.
I mean, it is, but it's not. I don't know.
I should just celebrate Thanksgiving in the summer,
no.
It
doesn't make
like
sense.
the original people did.
I know, but it doesn't make sense anymore. You can't get pumpkins and... I mean, you could get more apples in the summer,
Right.
but you
it's
can't
just
really
it's just
get
because
pumpkins
what
and...
became synonymous with Thanksgiving is not available in the time it was.
Yeah.
Should be a lot of corn.
Corn.
Corn will still be at Thanksgiving.
At your Thanksgiving?
Corn?
Yeah.
Yeah, like some nice thing of cooked corn.
Bitch.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Liz is going to talk about her
Oh
her
my God.
outbursts.
But anyways, yes. So I may have some outbursts because due to the fact that Thanksgiving's coming up and my wedding, I decided it would be a great idea that today to go and get some super professional whitening done by my favorite dentist. And they said, "Oh, you might have a little sensitivity after your appointment." And then, I mean, ever since I've gotten out of the chair, I've had these, they call them zingers, and it just hurts. And so if I yell and scream, I have a zinger, and it hurts like a bitch. And they're like, "Oh, it's for 24 hours." I'm like, "Great, 24 hours."
They'll put you right into the car driving.
Yeah, I'll be
driving.
sitting there just yelling out the window because I'll probably be driving.
You're going to be looking at the person next to you.
It just hurts, and I will be saying swears.
But at least we're not doing it like in the morning, so like during Thanksgiving you'll have that.
Yeah, thank goodness.
You're getting out of your system before all the good food.
I just can't. The only thing that's gonna stink is we don't get dumplings at your...
Smoked turkey might be a thing.
Ooh.
Smoked turkey's delicious.
I have not had smoked turkey before.
It's delicious.
Like that. But you don't have dumplings. We
Well-
have bread dumplings because we're German.
Well, we are not as German as you are.
Yeah, because we're half
That's-
breeds.
Because I'm a half breed.
I'm a half breed. You're like a mutt.
I'm an Eastern European mix. Mm-hmm. With 0.04%.
What was it? 0.04% sub-Saharan African?
You're like, what the hell is that?
Where'd that come from? Right?
That is, I don't know. Deep genetics. But yeah, that's kind of interesting with holidays and traveling. So we get to Max gets to go see another dog and spend some quality time with his dog cousin, my parents' dog. So they'll get to have a good time. But
Yeah, what are you thankful for, Andrew?
what am I thankful for? For
Four-
you. For
four
you, of
things.
course.
4 things you're thankful for.
4 things I'm thankful for. Okay.
And why?
And why? Well, number 1, you, because obviously.
That's not a good why.
Because you're the best thing that ever's happened to me.
Oh, stop.
Aw.
So cute. Okay, number 2.
Number 2, my health.
Yeah.
Because health is always a thing that's important, and especially this area, like I didn't fall off the roof while cleaning the gutters and like break my leg because Liz would not look at me. If I would have done that, she'd be like, "Alright, wedding's off. You need to walk on the aisle. If you have to be on crutches, it's not going to be a thing." Well, actually, we're still 6 weeks out. I could be off the crutches. You're like, don't even joke about that. Let's see. What would be a good third thing? I'm thankful for time off because work can be stressful, and I know you're probably the same way. Is that sometimes you just need that breather in the middle of winter when everything else is busy going on. You can be like, I don't have to worry about work stuff. I can just worry about getting my own stuff done and just enjoying some time.
Yeah. Number 4.
Number 4, I don't know, I think it's the stereotypical one, and I'm torn. I'm gonna say family, because family is also very important. They're the ones you can turn to when things are bad. But I'm also thankful that Cyber Monday is just around the corner, and I can see all the nice deals that are coming out.
Even though we're not doing Christmas, there's still a way for Andrew to be online shopping.
because I like movies, and movies are always a big thing that's on sale for Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Mm-hmm. Aren't you going to ask me?
Yes. What are your top 4 things?
These are not in order of importance, but I'm just going to go. I'm thankful for our pets because they make me feel good, especially after a rough day. I love having Maxie around and
The roars.
giving me love no matter what, and Rory, who just walked off my lap after giving me some nice little, like, on my lap time, and Daisy, even though she a little...
Doesn't like you as much as she likes me.
She tolerates me, but I still love her because I love that I picked her out.
You did. You picked out all the pets. Well, yeah.
I helped pick out all
you
the
were
pets.
You were the catalyst in all of the pets we currently have.
Yep. Still trying to get number 4, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Coming in 2019.
Coming in 2019. A Buddy Foundation puppy.
Maybe.
No. Probably not, because then we'd be more broke than we already are. Woo!
We would just... But so much love.
Yes. Number 2... And again, these are not my, not chronological. These are not by priority or best or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful for my coworkers because they make going to work very bearable. Because some days it's not very bearable to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
But I can always count on my 8th grade teamies to help me, give me a good laugh, talk about kids and joke and whatnot. It's a good feeling. So that's number 2. Number 3, I'm going to say, obviously, family, because I love them and I will miss them this Thanksgiving. And I'll probably be, constantly thinking about it and constantly judging Andrew's Thanksgiving.
Better not.
In my head, silently. I said silently.
Oh, no.
And then number 4, it's a tie. It's between Andrew and food because they're my favorite things.
Aww.
God.
I bet I'm a close second.
No. Well, it depends.
Tomorrow. On Thursday it will be.
I mean, food is there for survival. But Andrew's also there for survival. So I guess they're the same.
What's more important, me or ice cream?
You. I can have ice cream behind your back any day.
That is true.
Yes, but another thing that I'm kind of sad about is normally I bake, and I don't get to do that this year.
You are baking.
I mean, I'm baking banana bread now so that we don't have yucky bananas when we come back on Saturday.
This banana bread is delicious.
But my aunt actually asked me if I could make pumpkin bars, but I'm not allowed in the kitchen at Andrew's house, so I can't bake. So I don't know what kind of sweets we're gonna have.
No sweets. No, we'll have
a
sweets.
Thanksgiving without sweets is
we'll have sweets.
Like a world without air.
Depending on who's all coming, there'll be there might be those cookies with the Hershey Kiss on top.
The peanut butter blossoms.
Yeah, those are always good.
Those are like Christmas cookies.
It might come at Christmas. I don't know. My aunt Sarisa usually makes them, so it depends if she's coming. But they'll be desserts, I'm sure.
I hope so.
And alcohol.
Woo! Yay, alcohol.
Because we're bringing it.
Yay, I get full control of the alcohol.
All the Miller Lite, no.
No Bud Light in this household.
Because we are a Miller Lite household.
I don't know.
We are a craft beer household.
Well, at our house it's craft beer, but your parents are Bud Light people.
My parents don't really drink. Well,
your mom likes Bud Light Lime.
Bud Light Lime and those. I guess those are Bud. I guess my parents are Bud Light or Bud people. My dad was a Busch guy though. Like this Busch Light.
Busch lattes.
Busch lattes.
It's like drinking fresh water from a bush.
Fresh water from a bush.
Bush
from Z Bush. That's probably closer to what it tastes like.
Yep. Ha ha ha.
What else?
I don't
like the cold. We had some snow and we had leaves and we had snow covered leaves and then we had no snow and more leaves and I had to rake it and we raked it.
All right, well let's do that. What is the worst part of Thanksgiving? What's the one thing you don't, or fall or whatever? About this time of year, what do you hate the most?
What do I hate the most? One thing, well, there's a thing I hated when we were in college was that, like, Thanksgiving was always, like, right before finals. So you couldn't really enjoy your time off because you felt like you needed to, like, study and get last-minute work done. That's something
It's true.
that I hated. But that's...
Although this year it really isn't... I don't know if that's necessarily the case because we still have another week of... we still have another week of November before we go into December.
That's true, so things are different. But we're out of school now, so it doesn't matter. I don't like that snow in the winter is like rain in the summer. You just can't really predict it. Like, you'd be like, oh, it's not going to snow, and then it just snows like 4 inches. And you're like, oh, I guess it was going to snow. Like, it'll go to... And the fact that since we're up in the Chicago, we all that lake effect stuff, so all it needs is like a cold front, something to go over the lake, and be like, oh, no, it's going to drop 4 inches of snow overnight without telling you.
Oh.
Is that the banana bread?
Maybe.
What's the banana bread?
But anyway, I can attend to that in a second. But,
I don't know, what about you? What's the thing you hate?
celebrating Christmas too early. That really, like, and a lot of people, they're like, oh, Christmas makes people happier and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but you gotta give, I still have, like, an equality between holidays. Be equal. Give everybody their attention.
Well, that's the thing about, like, because Thanksgiving and Christmas are the two holidays that really families get together, but they're both within, like, the last 2 months of the year. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't see them until same time next year. Like,
well, for some people, yeah.
For some people. Like, for the long, like, because no one really gets together for, like, Easter or
it's harder to
Groundhog
get together.
Day. I don't know.
Arbor Day.
Big family gathering.
What is it? Indigenous People
I
Day.
think 4th of July, sometimes family gets together. It just kind of depends on the but that was more when I was a kid, that, like, family would come in for 4th of July or the summer holidays. Mm-hmm. But, like, when you're an adult, like, you really, like, oh, like, great aunt so-and-so, I get to see you twice a year or once a year because sometimes they alternate.
Oh, bitch. Owie. Sorry, another zinger. It hurts.
Well, but yours, did you really have it that you had certain family that you'd only see it one holiday or the other, you never got both?
Yeah. Or we don't see them at either. And they just show up, like, the day after Christmas, day after Thanksgiving.
Right.
We had that, too.
'Cause, like,
oh, fuck. Sorry.
Another one? They're getting closer together.
It feels like...
Someone stabbing you in the gums?
How do I describe a zinger? It's like electric. It's like a little shock. And it hurts. Mm. It's like a shock mixed with, like, blowing cold air on your teeth.
Oh... It's like that really... It's almost like a brain freeze, but, like, in your mouth.
Yes. That's a great way to describe that.
Interesting. Well, while Liz is talking about... Or checking on the banana bread, I'm going to keep talking. So, one thing that's a little different than some people... Because some people, if you live far enough from, like, both sides... Like, your both parent sides of the family, you kind of have to play that game where we have to alternate between holidays. Like, Thanksgiving we'll go to your family, and Christmas will go to my family, and next year we'll switch. But since growing up, both of the hubs for my parents' families were the same time I grew up in. So we never had to go anywhere. We were like 4 blocks or 6 blocks from my grandma's house. And then we were like within walking distance of my grandpa's house on my mom's side. So what we'd typically do is we'd go do like an early lunch or a late lunch, like a 2 o'clock meal at my grandma's house, and then around dinner time we'd pack up and go to my mom's side of the family for dinner, and then do that, and then usually it was about the same thing for Christmas. But this year it's going to kind of be, when Liz is there, it's actually going to be a fused day because both families are older. A lot of the kids aren't coming in, or their kids, so it's going to be... Everyone's going to be under my roof, so it'll be a bit different this year. Because that's one thing that's nice, though, is that both sides of my family, at least on like the small, like on the level that actually stays in the area, all get along. So I enjoy that, and I think Liz's family is pretty much the same. Like, I don't think Liz's family's ever gone anywhere different for Thanksgiving or Christmas because both her sets of grandparents were both relatively close by. They were both in the suburbs, so it worked out. And I don't know if Liz has anything to add, because I kind of hear her coming back.
What?
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 I was asking, you never had to travel for the holidays anywhere? Because both your sets of grandparents were in the area.
We did, I mean, not to like my grandparents' house, but one year my aunt and uncle in Ohio had it. I think we've done it outside of our house maybe 2 or 3 times in my life. I don't know. The worst one, though, was when I had to spend Thanksgiving at a hotel, because my brother was having like a Thanksgiving, he was having a Thanksgiving like tournament for his Pee Wee football, and we were in Daytona Beach, Florida.
So what did you have
on the off season?
So what did you have for Thanksgiving food at the hotel?
Did
you go to a restaurant? Or?
No, they did it in the ballroom at the hotel. It sucked ass, and afterwards, my mom and I went to Cold Stone because that was the only thing that was open on Thanksgiving.
Lovely.
But
why'd you go all the way to Daytona for your brother's Pee Wee football tournament?
I mean, it was something to do, and I don't know, it was different.
It is.
The only thing that kind of stunk was that it was too cold to go swimming.
Oh, because it was like an outdoor pool.
It was literally like on our like our hotel was on the beach, but you couldn't go swimming because it was cold and
it was November.
Yeah, so it wasn't as fun. But that was kind of different. I didn't really like it because it was just my parents and my brother and I, and usually I like it. I feel like Thanksgiving should be a big holiday.
Yeah.
And when it was just the 4 of us, it was just kind of weird. It didn't feel like Thanksgiving because we had still had like my grandparents, my 2 sets of grandparents and stuff like that, and right. I felt like we were abandoning them, but yeah. I think they ended up going to like parents' siblings' houses instead, right. So they weren't by themselves.
Yeah, Thanksgiving I feel like is the more family-centered holiday. Mm-hmm. I feel like Christmas. I feel like you can get away with Christmas being like we could say like, hey, we're going to do Christmas just us this year. Like, we're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah,
and it wouldn't be as big a deal. Thanksgiving should be about a big family gathering with food and
people kind of look at you funny when you say, oh, I think we're just going to have, like, just the 4 of us, like, a family. And then you're like, what? That's, like, Sunday dinner. Like, go and be with your family. I don't know. I mean, some people do it. Like, one of my kids was like, I think I'm going to Golden Corral for Thanksgiving. I'm like, well... Are you with your family? Yeah. Well, I guess that's not so bad then.
Some people just have small families, and like family doesn't come in, and so they just have a tradition.
Yeah, I just didn't know that Golden Corral was open on Thanksgiving, but I don't know if that's even true or not because I don't even know where the nearest Golden Corral is to us. To be honest, possibly I don't know.
Wisconsin.
I don't know.
I've only been to Golden Corral once, and it was in Peoria, and it was okay.
I've never
aggressively okay.
I've never been.
Like a good buffet sometimes. It's just a little something different.
There was one that my Oma and Opa and my brother and I, when my parents would go bowling, my grandparents would watch us and we would go to the Old Country Buffet. That was good. Pretty much the same thing as Golden Corral.
Most buffets are just lots and lots of comfort food.
I agree.
But it's like going to a Chinese buffet, but for American food. That was the worst analogy ever. But you find more Chinese buffets than you do like American buffets these days. And half the time there's a section of the Chinese buffet that just has like pizza and mac and cheese and little corn dogs. You're like, oh, this is the.
I don't know if that's just.
Maybe it's just the
mid. Maybe it's just a Danville thing.
I don't know. There's not a whole lot of Chinese buffets up here, so it might just be a Central Illinois thing.
Maybe.
But I feel like a lot of the Chinese buffets I've ever been to have had... Because, like, even, like... Well, they're also Danville. Yeah, it's a bad... Don't
have any experience with one up here. I honestly will say there's
that Chinese buffet that's by the grocery store. We could just go there and find out.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been to one up here. The only times I've been to a Chinese buffet is with you and Danville.
Which are always good. Now I kind of have a craving for stir fry.
Yeah.
You're not stir fry. You're not really big on stir fry. So I never really went to...
Thanksgiving, get in the mindset of turkey and turkey skin, which is like the best thing in the whole wide world.
I'm not seeing turkey skin.
I love crispy turkey skin.
I don't think you'll see any of that.
I hope to God that there is a turkey skin, or else I will scream.
Liz is going to leave.
And be like, Mike, you gotta make 2 turkeys, or at least
One
a
with
turkey
some-
breath. I want some.
Actually, no, there's some... You actually might get some from the smoked turkey skin. Ooh. Crispity, crunchity.
That's just like the best, and apparently it's...
Well, you also like fried chicken skin.
I just love skin of poultry.
It sounds really gross when you say it like that, but it's where all the flavor is. Oh, chicken, turkey. I don't know. I don't mind ham. I know Liz is like, ham's not a Thanksgiving meal, but if there's ham, I'll have some. It's just good.
You're crazy.
Because I'm not crazy.
Yes, you are.
Liz is still messing with the banana bread.
It's not a thing.
Ham is delicious.
No.
You like ham.
I like ham on Christmas.
Who's ever heard of a Christmas ham?
The roast beef.
I feel like everyone's had Christmas ham. Oh, roast beef. Oh no, you said roast beast. Like,
Yeah, that could be a thing.
that's true. I don't know. I'm trailing.
You can't win. You're not winning this argument.
I don't know. Liz has left the building. Liz, do you want me to end this, or do you want to keep talking?
You can end it.
Liz is like, I want to eat some more banana bread and then get ready for bed.
No.
It is past Liz's
no
bedtime.
sleep for the week. No sleep for the week. Oh my gosh, I thought something fell in my hair.
Like a spider?
Maybe. I'm also terrified of spiders.
Liz is terrified of spiders. Oh, but luckily all the ones that are outside are dead, because they all went inside.
All the spiders are dead.
Well, actually, they're probably all in our basement right now.
Gross.
It's okay, you don't go down there. That's where I get to go hang out. In my creepy basement.
And your secret fish tank.
Oh, my secret fish tanks! my new weird hobby. Because now there's a fish tank in the kitchen that is going to work with me. But there's a beta fish named Striker because he has a white stripe in his hair. Or in his fins. Not hair, because that would be weird. Fuzzy.
Okay.
Alright, well, I'll take us home. So, thank you for listening to Adulting Izzy for this week.
Adulting ain't easy.
Enunciate.
I think it's time for Andrew to go to bed.
I'm starting to slur, and I have had no alcohol recently. So, yeah, thank you for listening to our show. We will be back for, what was it, like 2 more episodes, I think, before the end of our season?
Sure.
We're gonna wrap up in, I think the last one's like the 9th or 10th. It's mid-December. Because obviously it was get close to the wedding, we're not gonna be, we'll definitely be back in
sometime.
It's probably sometime in the spring, maybe early spring, to talk about the wedding, or maybe we'll have a wedding special. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe it'll be interrupting one of my shows on a Tuesday, since that'll still have to happen. But stay tuned for that. There's still much to see. Liz is still here. Liz, say goodbye to the listener.
Ciao. Arrivederci. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.